I've lived in small spaces for pretty much my entire adult life, which means I've decluttered and organized so many times that I've got the perfect system down to a science. But I'm gonna expose myself for a second here. There's clutter in this house. Like here, and here. Because surprise, we're moving! Which means I've got to get my decluttering butt in gear because I am not about to pay a premium to move some well-organized junk that I don't even use. So today I'm decluttering my entire life again, and I'm going to show you the exact system that you can do step by step. Starting with my favorite and worst shame, my closet. Look, I'm going to say I'm pretty much a minimalist everywhere except for my clothes. But there is definitely stuff in here that 1, I don't like, 2, I don't actually wear, and 3, you know what, doesn't even really fit anymore, so I don't really know why I'm holding on to it. So this is probably going to be my most brutal closet declutter yet. So to keep myself on track, the clothes I decide to keep have to pass 2 criteria. 1, it has to be a hell yes. If you struggle with holding on to things, one of my favorite sayings is, if it's not a hell yes, then it's a no. And it may be a bit of a brutal filter, but I've done so many declutters in the past that a lot of these things that I ended up keeping because they were a maybe still ended up not being worn. And number 2 is, all I'm gonna ask is this thing a bully? As in, I'm really gonna think about what the pushback is for me wanting to keep this item. Is it because I paid a lot of money for it? Is it because I feel guilty that I don't fit into it anymore? I am a firm believer that some clothes in our closet are just assholes and they don't belong there. Okay, now you know the drill. Let's empty out everything from the closet. I'm actually kind of excited, I don't know. All right, let's go through this. So in addition to deciding whether or not your piece is a hell yes versus a no, or if you don't really think it's a bully, these are some other really helpful questions that you can ask yourself. 1, did I buy this for me or fantasy me? Now, sometimes we buy for a life that we wish we had, and you know what? I think we buy with the best of intentions there too. There's nothing to feel guilty about for that because I think it's very natural. But the disconnect and the guilt, I think, really just comes from the fact that if you didn't actually end up wearing the thing, then it just becomes a waste. And another really helpful question to ask is just simply, would I buy this again? So if you're really on the fence about a piece, but you wouldn't buy it and you wouldn't pay full price for it, then it's probably telling you something. Like this t-shirt here, navy t-shirt, you know what? Nice to have, handy. I have not worn this a single time. I bought this t-shirt because I always wear white t-shirts and I'm like, oh, well, let's do another neutral. Let's play around with colors and different color combinations and depth and yada, yada, yada. Nope, didn't wear it. It's gonna go. And one thing I really don't feel like I have time for this time in my declutter is thinking of all of the ways I could possibly wear something. I had my chance, I didn't take it, so you know what, we're good. Okay, these t-shirts, yes, yes. I don't feel good in these ones. This one's a yes. Some t-shirts I'm actually getting rid of, not because I don't really like them, but I think the proportions on me are off. I actually find I look better in a cropped silhouette, and this one is a bit longer and oversized. Yeah, don't really reach for them. Gonna go. Oh my God, I'm feeling good right now. I'm feeling very good right now. Yes, I wear these. Is this a hell yes? This one's not. Too big. This is a great merino wool t-shirt that I got from Unbound Merino, definitely keeping that. I wear this shirt in my videos all the time. It's this really cool like jersey silk shirt from Lily Silk. It feels really fun and chic and elevated. Keeping. Oh my God. This top is so cool. And I was obsessed with this top for so long. I wanted it so bad for so many years. The shoulder pads, it kind of feels Star Trek-y. I think I wore it one time and I was holding on to it a lot because I always feel like whenever I want to get a little bit more dressed up, I feel like I'm lacking in tops specifically. I have a lot of really basic tops like t-shirts and tank tops, and that's kind of my ideal. That's what I live in. When I bought this, it was kind of with the idea of like, I need a going out top. I need a cool elevated top, but I don't reach for it. So it's time to get real with that one. One thing you need to make sure you avoid is letting the things you decluttered hang around your home for a bit too long, because here's the interesting thing. These bits end up hiding in your closet for so long, you never reach for them. But once you declutter them and they're kind of like sitting in that declutter bag that's out in the open, you walk by it, now suddenly it's in your sight lines and you're kind of like, oh, that's cute. Should I actually keep this? Maybe I'm making a mistake. And that is what ended up happening with this button-down shirt. And guess what? Did I wear it once since then? No. So I'm gonna put this one at the bottom of the declutter bag now. Two button-downs that I am keeping are these two J.W. Anderson button-downs from Uniqlo. I really love these because they are really cool and chill and a bit oversized, but I like them because they're cropped. And I realize a lot of the silhouettes that I tend to prefer on myself at least do tend to be a little bit more cropped instead of long. So I am prioritizing having a mix of those options in my closet. So these are staying and they're really, really high quality, really good. Check them out. There are also a few pieces that when I look at them, they are a hell yes, but the only thing that's holding me back is I want to double check if they actually fit well on me. So I am going to make a very small sort of try on pile just to kind of confirm that I'm making the right decision on whether or not I'm going to keep or declutter these. These silk trousers, I have been on the fence about decluttering these for a while and no. You know what? No. Bye. I'm not even going to explain it. No. Some bottoms I'm going to be keeping are these Lululemon Daydrift trousers. I have been wearing these on repeat lately, especially to work. They are kind of like if a dress pant and a sweatpant slash jogger had a baby. They're easy to wash. I don't really have to worry about fussing with them. I can like wear them in the rain and get them dirty and stuff like that. So I've been really liking these, especially when I have to commute to work. Don't get me wrong, I'm really down with the natural fiber, but sometimes you just want something that isn't so fussy and precious. And I have to be a little bit more precious with my wool and tropical wool trousers. So I'm definitely going to be keeping these. But if you are looking for a pair of wool trousers that are very, very good, then definitely check out these ones from COS. When I haven't been wearing my Lulu ones, I have been wearing these on repeat. I think they are so elevated, and it has these little like inner adjustable waistbands, so you can wear it higher up or lower down on the waist. So cost per wear maxing, very good. And they are majority wool, so chef's kiss. Instead of decluttering from a mindset of guilt and overwhelm, I'm trying to approach it with a sense of kind of like opportunity here. Like, look at all the great things that I'm keeping because I'm excited to wear them. I think with your closet, you really need to be your own gatekeeper, and I think it's a flex to be ridiculously picky about what you do keep. So if the clothes really aren't meeting that criteria for you, or you just feel kind of lukewarm about it, I don't know, you're just gonna feel lukewarm about your clothes in your closet and every time you open it up. And I don't wanna feel that way. I just wanna be like, hell yeah, let's get dressed. What are we gonna wear today? And just kind of culling through this is really, really helpful. Plus, you know, less things to move. These red pants, I'm like, yeah, good choice. I love it. I'm excited about that. I'm excited to keep them. Now, something you do not necessarily have to be is as ruthless as I'm planning on being in this declutter. If you have anything that you feel a little bit maybe about, one of my favorite things to do is to set it aside, put it on a clothing rack, or just set it somewhere where you can see these clothes and challenge yourself for the next week to style those pieces. Because I guarantee you, the moment that you put that piece that you feel maybe about on, you're gonna know right away exactly why you don't wear it. No one's forcing you to get rid of anything you don't want to, but I think it is important to be a bit strategic about it. I've got a bag for donation and I've got a bag for things that I'm going to sell and give away. This feels good. Okay, so now it's time to go through the seasonal bin. I don't even know what's in here, and you know what? That's actually a good sign, especially if you want to be decluttering, because if you forgot you even owned it, it's gonna be a whole lot easier to get rid of. Ooh, my vintage Levi denim jacket. This I am definitely keeping. Pair of vintage Levi's for the summer. I'm going to hold on to those. Some of my running shorts, yes. Vintage Levi 501s, yes. Vest, let's donate. My linen blazer from COS, yes, definitely keeping that for the summer because I don't want to boil. Nice tank, yes. You can donate. This is how fast your decluttering should be. Like, hold it in your hand and just be like, yep, nope, If you find yourself waffling, then that's pretty much your decision made right there. Nope. So one thing that just kind of came to mind as I've been putting all this stuff away is like, I think part of me liked the idea of owning these things and having them more than the idea of actually using them. And I think that mindset has actually held me back in a lot of declutters because it would just lead me to keeping more things than I really needed to or truly wanted to. And I think I was just kidding myself at how much I was actually going to wear these things, even if in my mind I was coming up with all of the potential ways that I could. The other thing that's come up for me a lot is just in case, and what if I need this? Like, what if I'm filming a styling video and I need this one, silhouette of trouser? I'm like, that just sends you into a spiral that you just do not need. Because guess what? You are resourceful, you are adaptable, and you'll come up with something, and it's probably gonna be just as good, if not better. I'm so reminded every time I do this, as much as I think I want variety, I really don't. I like my style uniform, I like outfit repeating, I know my core pieces and what I gravitate towards, and I'm happy with that. Okay, part one of the moving declutter is done. Here is all of the clothes that I have gotten rid of. One bag for donation, and then the rest of this is things that I can take to local consignment to get rid of. And then everything here are things that I just want to try on to see if I like it, because holding it in my hand, I'm kind of like, you're nice. These are just going to be little try-ons for my final hell yes versus hell no. Okay. All right, so with the closet done, the next thing I want to tackle is my beauty, skincare, makeup collection. This right here is where I keep all of my backups. This is things that I've kept that have come in PR, things that I have bought myself that I actually use that I wanted one backup of. So I'm just gonna go through it and give some things away. We've got some pimple patches. These are super handy. I think I am actually going to keep these. Anything from La Roche-Posay is really nice. I think my mom will really like that, so I will give that to her. This is a Korean body sunscreen that I use. I'm gonna keep that for my runs. A curl building serum from Davinus. I have one of these. This is my only backup. I love this stuff. I'm trying to embrace my natural hair texture a little bit more, and this makes it look tousled and wavy instead of like 80s and witchy is the only way I could describe it, so I'm gonna keep that. I decluttered this not too long ago in like December, so there's not too many things that I have here, but there are things that I ended up keeping that I still haven't gotten to, like this Merit Great Skin Instant Glow Serum. This stuff is really nice. I'm not gonna get to it and I don't wanna move it, so I'm gonna give it away. Face sunscreen, I am going to keep this. This is one moisturizer that I am going to keep because I really do like products from Skin Fix. My skin really likes them. They don't have like any fragrance, they're not too heavy. They just don't irritate my skin at all, so I'm going to hold on to that. So this is everything I'm keeping for the move. Now let's get to my makeup collection. This I'm actually really excited to whittle down because I kept a lot of my makeup with the intent to kind of just like continue on with my project pan. I have bought a bit of makeup since, but I'm kind of getting pretty close to knowing what my holy grails are, to knowing what's good. I also received some makeup in PR that I did end up keeping, so I just want to whittle this down. And one thing I'm learning now that I've gotten a color analysis and I know my color type, which I am a deep, cool, and clear color type. Basically, I'm a deep winter, so really saturated, bright, and deep colors look really good on me, but also cool toned colors look good on me. And I'm shocked at how warm a lot of makeup is. And I had no idea. Like before I learned my color type, I was just like, why does everything make me look dead? And it's because everything is warm toned and it just looks really bad on me. So what I'm realizing does suit me and does look good on me is anything that is like a bright baby pink or a berry tone. So I'm just gonna get rid of everything that I don't like. Simple as that. So this is something that I am going to be giving away at Decluttering. I got this in PR from Say. This is their Glowy Super Gel in Sun Glow. I tried it once and it just makes me look really red and it's just too warm for me. I think the lighter one and the more like champagne kind of color would look better on me, but I'm gonna give this one away. This one is definitely my color, not this one. I've got 3 blushes from Merit now, and I think they all work for me. I've got this one in Cheeky. This is kind of like a neutral berry pink. I've got Stockholm, which is my favorite. And then so many of you recommended that I try Bespoke from Merit. I bought it in the Sephora sale as my one kind of like treat. Yeah, I've been really, really liking that one. I have such a hard time getting rid of this Chanel bronzer. It's like haunting me, but I ended up keeping it thinking that maybe I could wear it in the summer, but I think I'm just gonna really finally let it go. I think I'm keeping it because it's Chanel and it was expensive and not because it actually looks good on me, so. And this doesn't really matter. It's not gonna take up a lot of space in the move, but I'm kind of just taking this as an opportunity to really just curate down everything I own. A lot of these things I was just keeping just in case, like as backups or if I have a tan or whatever it is. So this is my main makeup bag, and anything that I don't use that often or that I want to keep and try, I am just putting into this a little bit bigger makeup bag. This is everything that I'm going to either give away, donate, or throw away if it's too old and used. And this is what I'm keeping. Now, I don't think there's much I'm gonna be able to declutter here in the bathroom because a lot of this stuff is the things that I actually use, but you still gotta go through it all. I bought these hair roller things because I wanted to do blowouts and stuff. I used them one time. One thing I realized is I'm not really a fan of a hair tool that can only do one thing and that only has one setting. I got this because I wanted to do those like, you know, beachy kind of waves, but I find that this doesn't really get hot enough for my hair. And instead of it looking really cute and effortless and wavy and all the mermaid things that I wanted, it just leaves my hair looking really frizzy and fried. So I think I'm going to give this away. Okay, and the last place I want to tackle today is the kitchen. If I'm quite honest, there's probably not that much that I'm going to be able to get rid of today because we're still living here for the next couple of weeks. But I do just kind of want to take this opportunity to do a quick once over of all of the cupboards and just see if there's anything that we can get rid of. I got the time now, so just whatever's going to make moving day that much easier. And I want to say I started around 11:30. It is 3 o'clock right now, and I did take a lunch break. So this hasn't been that bad, if I'm honest. I'm too short. If you are decluttering, one tip is to make sure that you check all of your supplements and any medications that you have and just check the expiry. Just a good opportunity to do that. This is the cupboard I really wanted to tackle today. Managed to get rid of a couple of spices and just to clean things up, so that feels better. I'm too short for this. You have a lot of jars. So many jars. Okay, well, at the very least, that's just a lot more organized. So you know what? Not bad. So this is everything I managed to declutter in about 3.5 hours, and I feel very accomplished. There's easily a couple hundred items here that I was able to get rid of, and I just feel so much lighter. This really does just feel like the push I needed to finally let go. And if I'm honest, this is probably only round 1. Let me know down in the comments below if you're going to be decluttering along with me, and if you want even more decluttering motivation, you can watch this video next. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye! Happy decluttering. Don't let anybody ever tell you that decluttering is not a good workout, because it is.